G'day and welcome to the grand finals of ESL 1 Malaysia 2022 between TeamAster and OG. This is a best of 5, so winners have to come out with the 3 W's to claim that title and the largest portion of the $400,000 prize pool. TeamAster, for the last time, let's run through their team. Monet, Baboka, XSS, Ori, and Pichu. OG with Amar, BZM, Yuragi, Tiger, and Chu, who has changed their name again to Formisha, and Seb and Johan.
OG's turn.
So, opening bands. TeamAster taking out the Chen and the Earthshaker. Earthshaker Chu in yesterday's matches was absolutely devastating. So it's, you know, you're doing well when, as a stand-in, the other best team in the tournament, or even arguably the best team in the tournament, is banning out your heroes as respect bans. So well done, Chu, forcing the hands of TeamAster, getting rid of that Earthshaker.
10 seconds.
I doubt we'll see Chen in these best of 5s. I think it might just get banned every single match, but we could be surprised. Undying and TA being taken out by OG. The Tombstone offering far too much control in some large team fights. And TA just with his farming efficiency and general survivability in lane, assuming there's nothing to chick down that refraction too much, is a very strong Oz1 at the moment, so being taken out as well. First rounds of picks, Tiny being able to reposition an opponent. We've seen toss ruptures, we've seen tosses out of coils, we've just seen tossbacks in general. Tiny, lots of HP, lots of armor, lots of burst, can be run in multiple positions, mainly mid or 4, but is versatile in the draft, so a very strong opening pick. The immediate returns are Mars and the Dark Willow.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm excited to see an Amar Mars. Could be BZM, but I'm most likely going to be the offlane Amar Mars. With the follow-up, Dark Willow pick. Quop's been the second pick up from TeamAster. Now, I've talked myself out of this a couple of times, but we can probably just assume this is an Ori Quop mid. But there is a Tiny, so we'll have to wait and see how the rest of the draft turns out. Second phase bans, including the Puck, Invoker, and the Phoenix. Puck and Phoenix and Invoker, they're all sort of very strong combo heroes, work well together. Drop down the coil, drop down a Supernova on top, maybe a Cataclysm and Deafening Blast. You know, those sort of heroes combine very well together, and it's almost like a pseudo faceless Void van, because Void has been picked up quite frequently, and you're looking for damage inside the chrono at all times. If you're picking a Faceless Void, you want there to be some nice long-range AoE damage inside of a chrono. So by taking those out, it takes out the attractiveness of picking a Void this side of OG. OG decided to also take out the Abaddon and the Oracle. Strong saving supports. So OG are looking for whoever they go on. They want them to die. They want them to be bursted. Other saving supports that come to mind, potentially the Wyvern, potentially the Dazzle. Are they going to go all in with these bans on saving supports? Maybe Shadow Demon, another very strong saving support. They're actually ticked down to 29 seconds of reserve time already, and we're not even halfway through the draft at this point. I guess we are halfway through the draft, but probably low 20 seconds. They're really thinking about this last ban. Yeah, the Shadow Demon, there it is. So they just completely got rid of all of the saving supports that they could manage in 3 bans. I suspect that TeamAster, seeing these bans, are going to take the pick of what's left, which is either the Winter Wyvern or the Dazzle. Now, Pichu yesterday expertly played the Winter Wyvern against the Enigma, just perfectly staying out of eyesight and just blinking in and tossing that curse on the black hole whenever it came out from resolution. So we'll see. We know that Pichu is very comfortable and competent with that Winter Wyvern. It could be either of those saving supports. I can't think of any other saving supports right now that could be coming out. OG did pick up the Omni Knight. Now this is interesting. I'd love to see some core Omni Knight action, but I think we're going to be sorely disappointed if we're hoping for that. Potentially a 5 Omni. I think Tiger Willow is one of those staples. So looking like a Chew Omni Knight taking their own saving support. So not only have they banned 3 saving supports, they've actually deny picked a 4th saving support. And TeamAster are left wondering what sort of burst is coming their way. With all of this attention on saving supports from OG, I really can't help but think that they have to pick a Dazzle or a Winter Wyvern. I think they're the 2 options that stand out.
TeamAster's turn to pick.
Ah, there it is. Dazzle with the Troll Warlord. So, not a bad combination. One of the issues of a tiny, even a 4 tiny, once you get that, particularly a 4 tiny, particularly a 4 tiny, is that you blink in and you don't have a way of getting out. So with the Dazzle behind, healing, maybe giving the grave if necessary, you can get that core tiny out, or tiny out, from the initial jump, and then they can do subsequent jumps once the team fight breaks down a little bit.
10 seconds remaining.
Troll Warlord being picked in the 4th pick instead of the final pick, just making sure they're getting that POS 1 that they want for this draft. Troll is one of those cores that can cut through the Mars bulwark. We've seen the Aghanim's Mars picked up quite a lot, and Troll is able to get through that in the melee form. So that's potentially one counter they're looking at. There's just some way to deal with this Mars. There's just going to be safeguarding, shielding the rest of OG behind his big round field. Shadow Fiend picked. I mean, it's the classic mid, isn't it? Flash farming keeps up well with a co-op, or even faster farming than a co-op even. Good lane dominator, high damage. It's the perfect hero you're looking for when you have a low damage saving support such as an Omni Knight.
10 seconds remaining.
A little bit questionable into a Troll
5
Warlord
seconds remaining.
with the ultimate and the Dazzle to back up as well. This Troll potentially be
OG's
unkillable
turn to
for,
ban.
you know, close to 10 seconds. Alchemist and Monkey King are the last 2 bans. You know, Yuragi, Monkey King, very, very talented on that hero, so always going to take that one out when given the opportunity. Now, the saving support has been picked, so no more need to ban any of those out from OG, and they decide to ban the Doom, speculating that they are looking for an XSS final offlane pick, which is the assumption I'll be working with as well, seeing what we have in the draft so far. It's the Axe ban. With the Tiny 4, Quap 2, Dazzle 5, Troll 1. They're looking for the XSS hero last. What offlanes do we have left still? There's Enigmas, there's we've seen a bit of, we've seen maybe Underlords.
10 seconds remaining.
Bristleback hasn't really been picked as an offlaner, more of a POS
5
1.
seconds remaining. OG's turn to pick.
It will be the Enigma. So what sort of cancels do OG have for a black hole?
You may now select your heroes.
Okay. So that's a 1 Bristleback against an Enigma. A Troll. There's going to be a lot of damage for this Bristleback. I don't know if Yuragi's going to be able to get enough sustain or enough survivability to survive the blast that's coming his way. Percentage-based damage from the Midnight Pulse as well from the Enigma is going to cut through his HP pool. In terms of cancels for the black hole, We do have the spear from Amar. However, I would think that spear would be on cooldown during a team fight. The way I see these team fights turning out is Amar looking to initiate, because that's really their only catch, unless Tiger is somehow getting a blink Yules. But if Amar initiates with the arena spear and doesn't catch the Enigma, Enigma jumps in and black holes. The only real other cancels are going to be the Cursed Crown from Tiger and a Fear coming out from the Requiem from BZM. I mean, this Cursed Crown takes time. Cursed Crown, the black hole will be over by the time the Cursed Crown goes off. And the Requiem, I mean, yeah, it takes a little bit to charge up, and you have to channel and get that off yourself. So I'm a little bit concerned for OG's ability to cancel the black hole. Saying that though, this is a bristleback. Aghanim's bristleback. Run down. Aster just, they love that voice line. Every game I've seen of Aster, they just pull that one out multiple times at the start. So, here we are in the grand finals, game 1 between Aster and OG. Aster heading out with the 5-man smoke to begin with to get their vision down, make sure it's not spotted. Pichu hanging on to a sentry ward as well. His positioning in this game is going to be really, really important. He can not be spotted in the back line, just like he did playing as Winter Wyvern previously, then he'll have an excellent time. Getting that sentry down to block the large camp on the safe lane. No doubt they will probably be unblocked at some point.
30 seconds to battle.
But for now, at least the first wave or the first spawn should be cancelled. Second obs being planned on the mid lane. OG putting both their obs on the top side of the map, both high grounds. Very safe warding early on. Doesn't want to get their mid lane de-warded before the horn even starts. Chu and Amar looking to contest this. Out comes the Bramble. Shadow Razors, he's got 3 of them. BZM looking for a first blood over Mboka. Amar's chasing through with the Heavenly Grace. And they will be able to get it. BZM mid laner for OG picking up that first blood. I was just checking, since the name of this has been changed so many times. Heavenly Grace, or so many times. Twice. Almost said the old name of it, which it is not anymore. So frequently I see Omni Knight. So in this bottom lane, we're going to see Monet and Aster. So Monet and Pichu. To the side of Aster, up against Amar playing the Mars, and Chu on the Omni Knight. In the mid lane, BZM with that first blood, playing the Shadow Fiend, up against Ori playing the Swap, the level 1 dagger. And up in OG's safe lane, we see Tiger on the Willow, supporting Yuragi on the Bristleback, Baboka playing the 4 Tiny, and XSS on his Enigma with those level 1 Eidolons. Excited to see what he does with that first blood, absolutely. BZM is going to be looking to style all over Aster this game with a nice start, and he's going to have a lot of farm. Shadow Fiends do have the farm, so you can assume it's one of those heroes that will have gold. It's what he does with that gold that is the important thing. Just stacking up 2 stacks of Shadow Rays. Does have the bottle and the mango ready to go if he wants to go for a bit of a kill, but Swap nowhere near going down at this point. You argue with the points in Quill Spray and Bristleback, no early points in Goo. Just wanted to be survivable and contest the lane with the last hits and punish anyone who wants to step up a little too far with those Quill stacks. Amar lasting under the tower. Ooh, he gets 2 out of 3. That cheeky knight coming through from Monet. Heavenly Grace, base strength, HP regen, the whole works. It's a all-in-one spell. This one, bonus strength, HP regen per debuff. He fell asleep right before the game where he played Storm Spirit, which I really wanted to see. I'll just watch your VOD on YouTube later. Yeah, awesome, man. You are welcome to. BZM just TPing back to the tower to get the bottle. You're prioritizing that bottle, and so Swap got the one, and he said, well, I'm not missing out. I definitely value that regen, and he went back for the TP across. There's a little bit of an issue if he does get killed now. He doesn't have the TP to come out. In fact, the rotation's coming mid. Oh, he's been spotted. The ward up on the high ground sees him. They'll know it's there now. But that ward paying off. BZM, they already called that mid. He said, BZM's used the TP. Come mid and kill him. And he's got no way of getting back out. And Baboka immediately came over and put pressure on, knowing that was the case. Tiger, not really scared by a level 2 Tiny, because look at the attack animation of this Dark Willow. Such good attack animation. Really good harass. He just bullies him away. Tiny could use this combo, but he wouldn't really have enough damage to do anything, and they'd be out of mana. So a point in the Purification and the Heavenly Grace. Nothing yet in the Hammer of Purity. Probably won't level that at all until later. You might get 1 point just for the movement slow, level 1 movement slow, but we'll have to see. Yuragi not really troubled by this lane top at the moment. Yeah, puts the second point in the bristleback, and he will just all he does was when he tossed back into the tower, he was aware of it. Baboka, they're playing the game. How close can you get to the shop without being tossed? Oh, will the toss come out? Baboka, no, just gives him the tap. And the toss back. Yes, he will go into the tower. He'll take a bit of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4 tower shots with the Midnight Pulse. Ooh, that was an expensive Ring of Health. I think he probably just could have walked around and avoided that whole situation. He knew it was on, but he played the game anyway. Very important to get the last on this Flag Bearer creep. Let's watch it. Does get an extra gold for the support on the lane as well. And this time it's Ori's chance to TP back to the lane. And Ori with 3 points in Shadow Strike. This is really unusual. So the reason why Ori is doing this right now is because BZM is quite a damage-orientated mid laner that he needs a way to sustain. And the Shadow Strike now does in fact heal you a little bit as well. Heal per tick, 30 heal per tick. So it's actually a lot of heal if you max it out. So normally you would max out the Scream just to farm a little bit faster after the lane, but Ori just really prioritizing dealing with this BZM Shadow Fiend in lane, and it is one way to do it. Shadow Strike is one of the best laning tools. Normally level 1 or 2 is enough. You go to level 3, and that really starts to hurt. The tick is for a long time. Oh, Heavenly Grace coming off, but Baboka's here with the Avalanche. Toss under the tower. Ori's there as well. Does he have another dagger? No, oh, he doesn't have the mana right now. 2 sticks wouldn't have quite been enough in that moment. Ooh. I think that would have been a kill if he had the dagger. But he will walk away scot-free like nothing ever even happened. Amar with the double braces to begin with, and then heading into those Soul Ring. He's going to have a lot of base, a lot of HP to work with. Not looking to get bursted down at any point. Monet, top of the last hit charts, only by a few on 38 and 7, but then the 3 cores of OG. And this is what we've seen a lot in the games of OG in this tournament. They've spread their farm very evenly across their 3 cores. It's almost been like they prioritize all of their cores exactly the same. There is no real POS 1 on OG at the moment. They're 3 POS 2.5s really, and well, 3 POS 2s really. Everyone's just getting enough farm to get their core items. They're not prioritizing heaps of farm on one person. And this is what we see have play out in a lot of their games. The top farmer for one team will still be there. Oh, won't be enough damage. No, you get out. Under the cover of the Realm. Shadow Realm. So I'll be excited to see how the farm priority goes for Aster. Whether they start prioritizing Ori and XSS, or whether they just keep that sort of almost 4 protect 1 strat and allowing Monet to try and carry the game for them. Chu has rotated into mid with the 2 and 2 points in Heavenly Grace and Purification. Just get some XP. Ori TPing top. They're going for a kill attempt over onto Yuragi. The 3 points in Quill Spray, 2 in Bristleback. The Quills are stacking up, but 3 Quills, 5, 4, it's not enough. And with the use of the Midnight Pulse, which is really going to be an issue for the Bristleback this game, they get that rotation. And a kill for... Oh, the kill was split between XSS and Ori. Good use of the Sonic Wave, get on cooldown. It's going to be ticking back down, ready in another 99 seconds. While Samar, still out that Soul Ring, so a little bit short on mana. Just playing the lane really well. 3 cores of OG still in that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th spot, as we've seen in so many games. You argue back to this top lane with his Vanguard. But the thing is, because this is a Bristleback, they have to commit big spells to take him down. And he was a little bit far up in that situation. Chu, Mone's on him. Hasn't hit a root yet. 14% chance, didn't get any. Tiger's coming in the mid lane. TZM. Got Baboka on top of him. The Curse Crown will latch. But Ori, he's got a Haste Rune. Oh, Chu saving with the Heavenly Grace. Modeling up. No Sonic Wave. And 3 points in Shadow Strike. Doesn't really have a way to burst this mid-quap currently. Or to farm well, which is a bit of a concern. Bottom of the... Even with this build, with maxing out the Shadow Strike, she hasn't been able to dominate the lane. Quap, that is, not Ori. And is going to struggle to transition into hitting creeps. Scream of Pain being leveled up now, but it's only level 2. Almost 9 minutes in. It's going to be hard to hit those neutral camps. The Dazzle hasn't really seen much in this early game. Poison Touch level 2. Probably that's all we'll see. Start leveling up either Shadow Wave or the Shallow Grave just to get that extra cast range. See the cast range, 700, 800, 900,000. That's the real important thing on the Shallow Grave. Yes, you get a cooldown reduction. Yes, it lasts for a little bit longer. But it's really just that cast range that you really, really want to level it up for. So we'll have to see how he starts levels out in the next... up to level 10. See what he maxes out. Yuragi, he's just untraveled in the jungle now. He's got the Soul Ring with a Mango. So he's got plenty of farm coming his way. BZM still holding mid lane. He's come back. Level 7 maxed Razors with the Necromastery at level 3. We'll be going for Boots of Travel. Grabbing that in a couple of clarities now. So he'll be very quick and mobile around the map. That will increase his farming speed. But it will also allow him to join in on fights when necessary. Ooh. The old Tumbler's toy just getting him up the high ground. Chew. Never underrate the effectiveness of that little Tumbler's toy.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Amar actually holding a skill point. Hasn't got the Arena of Blood just yet. Knows that it's very hard to kill this Monet troll. There's no way they're going to burst him from full to nothing. And that battle chance will come out. They probably need some additional lockdown, but as we were saying in the draft, the lockdown for OG is a little lacking this game. Bristleback not going to offer any lockdown. He's going to be looking to just play a long fight. There is the fear from the Shadow Fiend. That might be what is required. Or the Cursed Crown or Terrorize coming out from the Dark Willow. Terrorize is probably the best counter they have to the Black Hole at this point. Just having that ranged AoE fear. Probably 2 forms of fear on the OG draft. And then maybe even 3 forms of fear, because surely Aster is feeling a little bit of fear after the way OG handled Secret in the lower bracket final earlier today. Monet heading into the Maelstrom, looking to increase that farm speed, but also offer a little bit of fight potential. The Battle Fury is the item you'd go to if you don't even get to fight at all. But do that Maelstrom. Thrill and Vanilla. The Thrill of Vanilla, welcome in. Funnily enough, this is the first time I've seen you streaming Dota. Fair enough. Welcome into the stream, and I hope you enjoy the cast. This is the grand final of ESL 1 Malaysia between Aster and OG. It's best of 5. So get the popcorn and settle yourself in. Yeah, so Pichu now starting to level up that Shadow Wave. Here comes the spear, but the Grave gets scored off first. He's getting hit on the side of the arena. Heal comes out. He's still Purification isn't enough, and he might actually make it away. Pichu, he's running off. Heavenly Grace is on Amar. Sonic Wave pushing them back. Chu's still alive. No one's died yet. They're all on no HP. PZM with the Haste Rune running in, running out. And at the end of the day, we had Sonic Waves, we had Arenas, we had BZM coming in with the Razors, and nobody dies. Still chasing him down with the haste. There's a battle trance. He's going to have to use it. Turns it around. Going to be chased after. They might get the kill on Monet here, but there's a avalanche coming over a Mars chasing. Actually pushed him up the cliff. In comes the black hole onto 2, catching BCM and Chew. Following up the fear duration coming out. They didn't even get the kill onto Monet. Aster just outplaying OG on this bottom lane. And Monet says, I'll go back to farming. Thank you for giving me some bonus gold and XP. XSS blinking in. This will actually do a lot of damage to Tiger under the cover of the Midnight Pulse. That is only the level 1 pulse at the moment, but 3 in Malefice, so... Push is coming into the tower. We got the Eidolons hitting. Bramble to just slow them down. Baboka's on the hunt. This is you. We want to take this tower. Go back home. Go home, Tiger. Amar coming in to defend. He's actually got the arena up again. That fight lasted so long. Hard to bring down this Baboka Tiny. He's got almost 1200 HP. It's gonna be hard. It's the greediest 2 minutes you've seen. Absolutely. This Heavenly Grace maxed out is going to be doing a lot for this fight. Avalanche doesn't stop Amar from getting the... Oh, the Tumbler's toy just jumping away as the arena walls go up. And at the moment, Aster are feeling real good about the last few minutes of play. The one hero we haven't seen in the last couple of minutes is Yuragi on this Bristleback. He's been farming it up, and my goodness, he's 1,000 gold away from the Aghanim Scepter. This is when the game starts playing for OG. This Aghanim Scepter comes up, and all of a sudden, this Bristleback turns into another beast. Now, it was nerfed in the patch. The AoE of the goo is not as much as it was before. Now the Scepter goo only casts as far as what the actual goo would cast without the Scepter, which makes sense. You would wonder why it was even more than that in the first place. Amar, he's got an arena. He's gonna throw it. Stun comes out. This time there's no grave in time, and the dazzle is no more. An immediate smoke. We still haven't seen a Requiem. Tiger does have his level 6 as well. Bedlam, Terrorize, plus the maxed out Shayram, chucking down the ward. They see Baboka on the high ground. No blinks available yet. They're going to walk around. Boots of Travel. He's got that fast movement speed on BZM. And it's a smoke. Just for relaxation at this point. They go for a wander around the triangle of Aster. Don't find anything. And BZM will come back and just keep farming. They'll see that there was no Shadow Fiend revealed there. Oh, Tiger, he's gone up the high ground by himself. Terrorize comes out, actually. Baboka will go down to the Razor BZM. Amar throws the spear, just doesn't quite clip Ori onto that tree on the way out. They go into Mortal, so they got to walk around a bit. Absolutely, Tetra, etc. You can't just go directly there. A straight path is never the most adventurous one. Yuragi, here it comes. Aghanim Scepter for this Bristleback. We've seen it banned out so many times this tournament, and now we get to see it at its full potential yet again. Mana capacity might be a little bit of an issue. Got the Soul Ring at the moment. I want to work towards some more mana. Did get the 1.5 mana regen at level 10, so not too bad. Won't have enough to fully sustain spamming of the Q and the W now. But probably enough just for the Q while he's walking around, and have enough for the W, the Q's, the Gu whilst in the fight. Sorry, missing that one. BZM going down on the bottom lane, working towards his BKB. And not even a Sonic Wave used, not even a Blink Dagger. I think he just got caught farming. Deny of the mid tower. Tiger will secure that, so no bonus gold to the side of Aster. But the same problem exists that we saw in the draft. We're going to have a Blink BKB Enigma. We've already got the Blink Dagger up. There's a Blink BKB Enigma coming out in the next few minutes. And what is OG's answer to that? In fact, what is OG's answer to the Midnight Pulse? If this Bristleback gets caught in the Black Hole with the Midnight Pulse down, is an Omniite going to be enough to save him? Is the Heavenly Grace from the side and the Guardian Angel going to be enough? We're going to have to wait and see, but it's going to be a lot of damage. And there's no BKB piercing cancels on the side of OG. There's nothing. In fact, the only thing they could get is an Abyssal Blade, and that's just not going to have the cast range. So this BKB and Black Hole, it will go off. OG will be contending with that, but how will they do it? Will the Roche fit? Well, if Dragi's got 2 lives, that's one way to do it. It's not quite ready yet. The BKB's 500 gold away. This timing from OG is actually perfect. They know it as well. Where's Tiger? He's got to hang back to cancel the Black Hole. He can't get caught. That Terrorize is the only thing that's going to stop it. And Uragi claims the Aegis. Aster making the smart move, saying we don't yet have our items. We are just going to wait, let them have this one, and keep farming the map. Because Aster know that they have the heroes. They have the heroes to deal with this OG draft. And they're not panicked by OG getting this initial Aegis. Yes, OG are going to start to take a little bit more map position. They're going to be able to maybe push a couple of towers. But if they don't lose everything here in this Aegis, then Aster's going to be perfectly happy knowing that this Enigma counters pretty much everything that the OG draft has to offer. Baboka jumping forward with that Tumbler's Toil. He's actually... OG are turning around saying, you want to walk this far up? We'll give you a little bit of a taste. We'll give you a taste. We'll just keep clicking you. BZM, he's clicking him down. And here comes Amar and the rest of the team. Oh, that Grave TP out is just not gonna do it. That just wasn't it. Tiger walking up this high ground with the ward. Shadow Realm. We're thinking about the Terrorize. Dazzle, this is the key hero to catch. No Blink Dagger yet on Amar. In fact, he's going to the Achinum Scepter. Misses the spear. There is no Grave available. He did use it. They know it's a level 1 Grave. It's a 36-second cooldown. There was no way that Dazzle was getting out, and this tower will go down. This is the power of the Aegis. Aster don't really want to fight them at the moment. Catapult Wave coming in as well will be good for the push of OG. They want to synchronize their push with that Catapult Wave. All tier 1's now taken. And soon potentially a tier 2 as well. BKB Blink is available. Where's the Enigma? Stalking down the river. It's going to go for a refresher as well. This Enigma XSS, he's all in. He understands the other spells don't even matter at this point. They do not have an answer to the Black Hole with the BKB. So that's all he's going to go all in on. Sonic Wave coming out. Will be terrorized. Oh, it's not looking good. Spear onto the tree. And Ori will be caught. Doesn't get anything. Sonic Wave down for 2 minutes as well. That actually seals the fate potentially of one of these tier 2 towers with that Sonic Wave going down. They've got Arena again in 16. Tiger, he's on the hunt with the level 1 in the Curse Crown max. Not quite maxed out Brambles. Smoke coming up the river. Chew. No items as of yet. And didn't even go for the 1 in Hammer of Purity for the slow. Purely getting that Purification and the Heavenly Grace. Plus 4-second Heavenly Grace duration. So that's going to last for a long time now. You see Monet on this top lane. He has a BKB. They're going to have to catch him. He's going to immediately TP. He runs up. Oh, how fast will the TP? Oh, he's here. Oh, he's going to be forced to use this BKB. Yeah, BKB TP out. And that's a fresh 9-second BKB. Gone. Down to 8 seconds now. Good movement from OG. They didn't get the kill, but they did force out an important resource on the side of Aster. Baboka with this 4 tiny now has the blink. Plants a wood with some vision for anyone looking to defend this tower. He sees there's no one home. OG are on the top side of the map at the moment, and he'll have to wander sadly back towards his middle lane. Ori looking towards the BKB as well. His farm is quite low, lowest of all the cores. Baboka looking for Yules, just a little more control in the fight. And reset. The mana capacity and regen isn't bad for a Tiny as well. Chewie's looking for the blink purely so that they can sit back well behind the black hole and blink in, pop all the spells down to keep their cores alive, and then don't get caught initially in the first go. Halberd is finished up on Uragi now with the bullwhip. Oh, this is what he wanted actually. This is the increased mana regen, another 2.5 mana regen on top of that 1.5. Goo cast range, 150 cast range, so now it's pretty much what it used to be. The old Aghanim Scepter Goo. So with that talent, he's got it back, and he's going to be leveling quite quickly, so he might even end up getting that level other 10 and 15 talents if he gets to the level 27, 28 later on in the game. Lots of lines being drawn on the map at the moment by Aster. This is our safe spot, and the smoke comes out. No Ags yet on the troll. Has just the point booster towards it. Blink for Boka. The Aegis has expired. That's what the timing they were looking for. They've now got this Blink BKB. Black hole. There is nothing in the world to stop it. XSS just playing well in the rear. Doesn't want to get caught, although he's wandering forward now just to get the Eidolon summons. Ori looking to build into the Sange and Kaya, increase damage, but importantly that status resist as well, so they can't get locked down as easily by the OG draft. Uragi looking to rush forward, he's got to be careful now. He is not as unkillable as he feels. Unless they manage to get this XSS Enigma first. If that happens, if OG catch the Enigma, then it's a disaster for the side of Aster. This is their big ace in the hole. This BKB Blink Enigma. They're seeing Uragi. This is the target they want. He's got no Aegis. Will they take the bait? They're being a bit hesitant. They feel like maybe OG is sitting behind or smoking around. They've gone back. Chew actually just coming top to make sure his carry is kept safe. Tiger looking for the Yules Blink as well. Tiger with the Yules becomes very, very punishing. He's a very, very good Dark Willow player with that Yules. Knows exactly how to pull off the combos and can often even just solo kill a core once he gets that Yules up. BKB finished on the Quap with the Witchblade. Baboka, nowhere towards that Yules. Amar almost has the Aghanim Scepter, only at 900 gold away, 800 gold away. And he's going to have that big bulwark at the front of the fight, saying, get away from my team, I'm the god of war, all will kneel before me. That's his intention. Don't know if he can pull it off this game. If Monet on the troll gets big enough, there's going to be trouble for that Mars. Mars loves it when the opposition just doesn't quite have enough damage to threaten him. Troll Warlord has damage in spades. That Aghanim Scepter, for those that don't know, causes Whirling Axe's range to dispel enemies, reduces cooldown mana cost, and Whirling Axe's melee causes Whirling Axe's melee to dispel Troll Warlord, reduces mana cost and cooldown. So, being able to dispel himself, you know, on a very low cooldown, very important against the Goo, which let's just check. Can be dispelled? Dispellable, yes. So, the Goo can be dispelled. The Quills, though, cannot. So, Aghanim Scepter really just dispel the Goo, dispel the Bramble Maze, dispel the Cursed Crown. There's lots of things. Dispel the Slow from the God's Rebuke. Dispel the Hammer of Purity Slow. There's lots and lots of abilities that he'll be looking to dispel this game. So that's why he's gone into the Aghanim Scepter, looking to get the value from that item quickly and early on in this game. If you don't have the burst for this troll, and he's going to get so much value out of this Aghanim, he'll just constantly be taking off spells. And if you look at OG's draft, the Bristleback is not about burst, really, until he starts hitting for a lot of damage. He does have the level 3 Warpath, plus 30 damage per stack. It used to be 35, so it's been nerfed a little bit. Does get the plus 18 Warpath damage per stack at 25, so it is not as strong as it used to be due to the current patch. I have to see how big those differences are. Amar is falling behind a little bit on the farm. He hasn't been able to keep up quite with XSS on the Enigma. One of those better farming heroes with all the Eidolons, but the smoke's coming out. OG, they see the Eidolons moving through. The scan actually catches them in this area. So Aster, they know what's up. They smell a rat. They're standing on this high ground. They're waiting for the movement to come around. They're actually blocking this ramp, but they haven't blocked the ramp further around. Tiger's looping. They see him. They see Monet. In they come. Ooh, terrorized. Doesn't quite catch. The Ags is out, so the spell comes through. Yuragi, he's in. There's a Midnight Pulse. And they don't commit. Don't commit the black hole. I thought maybe they would have had enough damage there. Yuragi's got to be careful. Midnight Pulse has been used. So if they have 24 seconds, OG, right now. It's not so much the black hole. It's more the Midnight Pulse that Yuragi has to be concerned about. So 15 seconds on Midnight Pulse. And yeah, they're just dancing around this Roche pit. Both wanting to get this second Roche. It's got the Aghanim Shard. Aster, they gave up that first Roche, knowing that they could contest the later ones, knowing that they were waiting on some item timings. In fact, they're close to a refresher. On XSS, Yuragi's in, but Baboka with the blink toss in. Amar has the arena and the Aghanim set. They got 4 caught in the arena. Yuragi's going mad. He's just getting the goo, the stacks up on everyone. Monet had to pop that BKB, but he's using it to run. Ori, he's going to get caught with the goo as well, and it's a disaster. Absolute disaster for the side of Aster. The Enigma got caught. He did not get off the BKB or the black hole. And that quickly, the fight is OG's. As I said before, if this Enigma does get caught, then it is fight over for Aster. This is it. The dead body laying in the river. Without that black hole, they have nothing to stop this Bristleback. And he is an absolute monster right now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
What is the damage? What damage we got? Plus 234 damage from those War's Path stacks. 8 of them. He's not quite at max stats. 9 stack. Plus 324 damage. With the stacks coming out. It's a lot of damage. Game's voice when he gets excited is 10 out of 10. I'm glad. I'm glad it's a 10 out of 10 when I get excited. Baboka did actually get a decent catch on the jump of on OG on the backline in that fight, but the thing was Amar got the counter catch. Got counter catch at the same time. Now what do? XSS, now he's begging to have this refresher. Because at the moment they could kill him. They could kill Yuragi, but they don't have the second life. They can't deal with the second one. I tend to think maybe they should have gone on him here. He was under the Midnight Pulse. They had him isolated. There was nothing to cancel the black hole. I think it would have killed Yuragi, and he had no second life at that point. I think a little bit of hesitation there from Aster may have just cost them that Roshan. Oh, when it's a BKB. What's he sending? He's going to get an AC coming as well. Got the Mindbreaker, a little bit of silence, a little bit of attack speed. Let's check out the other neutral items. BZM holding the Quickening Charm, a little bit of cooldown reduction. Ogre Seal Totem, really good positioning tool, and a little bit of damage as well. So he's got the Blink and the Ogre Seal Totem, so Chu can be a long way away and still get in. Skeleton Boys doing the work, thrusting out from the Phalanx. You love to see it. And it's going to be a Satanic next from this Amar Mars. He doesn't need a Blink Dagger. He's just sauntering in. How did he get in on the middle of their team last time? Baboka with the toss back. Yuragi with the Bristleback turn to them, but the Quills are dealing a lot of damage. He has a second life. In comes a big 4-man black hole. They've got the first life. BCM goes down as well. Manazin with a BKB. He's hitting away as the Troll Warlord. What's Yuragi going to do now? His team's alone. Here comes Mars. He got the arena. Up, spear, over. Onto Monet. They're going to disengage. Do they want to? They probably want to keep fighting. With the Goose Stacks. Keep them going. Amar feels strong. Tossed in, but I think he wants to get tossed in. No, he's been bashed up. He's been hit. The basher facing the wrong way. Amar will get the close on to Baboka. And OG backing away. That was a little too grouped up them there on that high ground play. The four-man black hole wasn't exactly what they were looking for in that situation. And if that's what... That's the trick. If they don't catch Enigma, I think maybe OG were feeling a little bit overconfident after winning that roast fight, thinking, yeah, we're strong. We can go up high ground. You forgot about one thing. This black hole Enigma. You got nothing for it. You can't cancel it. And you know what? It's pretty close to having two of them. So, BZM, he has not gone for a particularly tanky build. He's going for the arcane blink. So, he wants to burst someone. He wants to do it quickly, but if he gets caught, Boots of Travel Arcane Blink are not really going to save you. Not even level 3 black hole yet. Gonna have an extra 50 pure damage per second coming out. And the black hole damage actually starts to become a little bit relevant at that level 3. As well as the Midnight Pulse, that percentage based damage coming down. What is it? 12% damage per second from the Midnight Pulse. The Bristleback. You saw him. That first slice of the Bristleback underneath the BKB. With the BKB even on. Underneath the black hole. He just didn't stand a chance. So now OG are going to have to be forced to play a little safer. You can see that high ground attempt did set them back. They were sort of tumbling out of control. Now has gone back for Boca. Close to having gold for a Yule. Still about 1,000 away. TD on Yuragi. Oh, let's see the damage numbers. It's 9 stacks. It's plus 441 with the DD, with the hairball as well. He's got the shard. This guy's yoked, but it all is for naught if a black hole catches him. Amar with the finished Satanic. This guy's got 3.5k HP. He's got a gem as well. So no more sneaky vision for the side of Aster. OG prioritizing the vision around the map, and I think that was picked up by Chu. Well, BKB bottom. And it's a black hole on top of Yuragi. You got the BKB off, but is it going to be enough? He just gets away. The Terrorize came out and feared the 3 other heroes of Aster back. And, well, that's what they want. Black holes. Oh, it's immediate refresh. It's an immediate refresh. Do they know they've got it? They pinged it out. Ori's pinged it out. They've got a second black hole. OG, they're going to feel confident. They're tossing him. They want to start a fight. The refreshed black hole. It's going to be coming in. They want to see Yuragi. Amar's on the front line. BKB. There it is. 3-man black hole. Catches them again with the Sonic Blade. Pushing him into the base. Oh, no. OG. The refresher catching them out on the second high ground push again. Chu TPing out. And both supports will manage to get away. Aster playing the mind games with OG. And that surprise second black hole completely turning around all semblance of a fight for OG. They just cannot deal with it. They have to find this XSS Enigma. They cannot go in. It's like they've been slapped on the hand twice now. The first one was a little slap. The second time, it's like a big just right hook across the face. OG, they're sitting there in their booths thinking, ooh, we really got to see the Enigma. We cannot go in without seeing that Enigma. And now Monet's up on the high ground and look at him go with the 12 further stacks. The Lift will come out. But he's big as well. He's top of the net work chart. He's got a Skull Bash, a Satanic, the Terrorize just to send him away. Slowing down the push. Ooh, makes him run a long way away. In fact, that will be enough to stop the push. I mean, there is no black hole for 75 seconds. XSS, look at the next item he's going towards. He's looking for an Octarine Core. He's looking for that Octarine Core now. OG, if they know their timings, they have to be super aggressive right now. They just have to go. They have to go. They need to get this tier 2 on the map so they can try and suffocate Aster in, but they have to go. It's 50 seconds. 50 seconds until they cannot play a team fight. I don't think they're going to get there. They're going back to farming a little bit. Level 20 on the Mars. Get the additional damage reduction on the Bulwark. He's going to try and tank up all the damage for his team. They're going. What's the timing? Enigma, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. They do catch. There is a BKB available. Immediately popped and blinked away. They want to force the fight, but Boca catches a stun. Tiger just goes down. Arena is put, but the Sonic Wave pushed him back. Yuragi, they still want to get in the fight. They know there is no black hole. They have time. Monet is being slowed down. Oh, the BKB in time. Just dodging that Requiem, even with the Arcane Blink, the reduced cast time. But that was it. That was OG's window. We now see Black Hole back up. We now see Refresher back up and available. And OG knew it. They looked for a fight. Roche up in a minute 52. The teams don't know it yet, but they do know it can spawn at any moment. So Monet, he's looking towards finish out the full Mjolnir. Dazzle, 4-staff gem as well. So both teams prioritizing that vision. In fact, that was the gem of OG. So that's a stolen gem. All the sweeter to see you clearly with. The stolen gem, they always feel very, very juicy in your inventory. And the smoke comes out from Aster. They are strong and they know it. Ori, not yet with the Shiva's guards. Not being able to get that blink vision. Eidolon's in the pit. Another minute and 9 seconds on it. Monet getting close to that level 25 with the Battle Trance, Strong Dispels, or Whirling Axis Pierces Magic Immunity. I think that's what he'll probably go for. He's got so much Dispel already. He'll probably just go ahead and get the Whirling Axis Pierces Immunity, because that pretty much just wrecks the BKBs from the side of OG. Not being able to miss him during BKB and the slows to be able to chase down. So, very, very important. Yuragi with the finished AC. Hey, it's a bit more armor, a bit more attack speed, a bit of tankiness for the whole team. Elven Tunic, a little bit of mischance. But none of it is dealing with the black hole. As Chu's going for a Hex. Smoke comes out. 4-man smoke, 5-man from Aster. So both are looking on the hunt. They know Roche is going to respawn very, very soon. 10 seconds on Roche. Whoever wins this team fight is going to claim all the lollies. They're on the high ground. They say Chu on the background. He blinks away quickly. Baboka's on the hunt. Yuragi leading the charge in. They're trying to find XSS. They know he's hidden over here. The smoke will dispel. That's where he is. They have to find him. He comes in with the black hole just on one. Yuragi's caught. Will he be saved? It looks like he's going to live. It's a second black hole catching Mars as well. Yuragi, he's still alive. Monet is going to get feared. They're actually going to turn this around. OG, the Enigma's dead. Brave coming out. But it's a Hex as well over onto Monet. They're going to have the damage. Monet falls. The Troll, the Warlord, he's dead. The Dazzle, the Raise up the high ground. That's a 3-4-0. And Roshan. He's available. He's there. OG, I think they don't even care about Roshan. They care that Enigma is dead and has no black holes for 125 seconds. And they are feeling it right now. Double black hole was not enough to bring him down. Are they thinking throw? They could be. This could be a throw attempt. That initial blink dodge from Chu, yeah, they're going for it. They know. There's no real use of Enigma buying back because he doesn't have the black holes. Second glyph coming out, refreshed from that tier 3 going down. They're going to force it. Damage negation going into a mark. They got lots of damage. 3 high damage heroes right now killing these ones. Baboka, instant Hex comes out, and there's the Requiem. Let it go, catching him. Ori's actually feared off to the side. This is the Aegis. It's going down. 3/4 HP, turning his back. They have to go in Aster. They don't have a choice. Big Sonic Wave from Ori coming on the side, trying to push him back. Hex over on Omar, but he's still got the Bulwark going. Yuragi, he's fighting up against Monet, and he's not strong enough. Has to pop the BKB. Wants to keep the quills going. Out of mana, actually. BZM goes down, but immediately buys back. OG, it's now or never. Arena comes out, but there's a grave onto Monet. He's healing up. Gets the Satanic off. Do they have more damage? Buyback from Yuragi as well. Buyback from Chu. Everyone's coming back in. Monet doesn't have the battle chance. The fear. The fear's going to come out. It'll hit Monet. Where's the rest of OG? They're not here yet. The reinforcements are coming. No, they've gone to the Roche Pit, actually. They've gone to the Roche Pit. Amar, he's got buyback. And they've decided they're going here. They got an Aghanim Scepter, a Cheese, and an Aegis. That's where they're going back to. They couldn't finish the game. XSS 20 seconds on the black hole. The throne is exposed. Aegis, Cheese, Aghanim Scepter. Who's going to be taking that Ags? Ooh, it's going to be BZM. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the Shard doesn't give the stats. Only Aghanim's blessings from Alchemist give stats as well. So, doesn't increase his survivability at all, but increases max souls to 25. Reduces cooldown, causes Requiem souls to return back to Shadow Fiend. Healing and dealing on the way. These shallow graves coming out from Dazzle have just been, from Pichu, have been nothing less than remarkable. Aegis on Yuragi. 20 health regen, didn't take the stack damage. He recognized he needs everything to possibly he has to stay alive. But Aster, they're strong again. Oh, it's an Aghanim Scepter on Enigma as well. He's got no buyback. He's gone all in. If they catch XSS, if they even catch a glimpse of him here, they'll know he has no buyback. This is all in from Aster right now. Aghanim Scepter. Additional 3.5% and we'll pull him in. He'll say, come over to my place. XSS, the water's warm. Join me in the black hole hot tub. 3.5 minutes on the Aegis of Yuragi. Chu still just with the blink Etherlens, wanting to try and get the heals off. And the damage negation for Yuragi. I know that Ogre Seal told him, totem at the moment, just for a little bit of extra mobility. Tiger actually has the Trickster's Cloak. Between the Trickster's Cloak and the Shadow Realm, he's actually going to be very hard to bring down. Exactly what he wants. Amar, Avic Hammer, reintroduced neutral item in this patch. Switches out the Cheese actually for the Vitality Booster. Not convinced that is the better call. However, I think he is getting... Yeah, it's an Aeon Disc being delivered. So Amar's going to have an Aeon Disc as well. They've decided Aeon Discs are the solution. Bristleback going in for an Aeon Disc? Probably not. He wants to still deal the damage. BZM showing the top lane. He's going for an Aeon Disc. Okay. So Aeon Discs are the solution that OG has come up with. Enjoy the commentary more than the game itself. That must mean I'm doing a good job, Tetra, etc. The root. Baboka is caught. Cancel Blink Dagger for 3 seconds, but he's got it available again now. Yuragi, what's the call? Are they going Throne? They're going Throne, no. Oh, it's a risky play to go Throne. They want to try and get the racks. It's a safe one to go for the racks, but the throne is open. Baboka tosses him back in. They want to try and get rid of a life without the use of the... And they will. There's the first BKB Black Hole coming out onto Amar. Second, refresh, but they got the stun onto him. He's dead. There's no second Black Hole. Out comes the Requiem, turns him around, and they're just hitting the throne. Yuragi, BKB, they're hitting it. Amar, they can't stop it. The damage is too much. Aster's going to go down in the first game, and OG win game 1 of this best of 5 final ESL 1 Malaysia.